So if I can help it, today I'm gonna paint my rims on my 2011 Ford Ranger. I hate to be cliche, but I really like the way that it looks on this color. I have a, I'll show you right here. So I have this nice, I guess called a gray color. I'm a little colorblind, so I'm really bad at that stuff. But yeah, it's a kind of a nice gray color Ford Ranger. And I think the black rims are gonna look a lot better than these stock rims right here. So instead of paying, you know, $400 or $500 on some rims and getting black rims specifically, I've actually seen a few that look pretty good with the Plasti-dip. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. This is actually my first video, so welcome. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm cleaning off the rims after taking them off. They get like road dust and road debris and brake debris and stuff, or brake dust. If you have debris coming off your brakes, you might want to get new brakes. So I'm cleaning off the rims, making them look nice and shiny, so that when I do paint them, the paint sticks right to the rim. I don't have to worry about any crap get behind there. So I've done this in the past with my other cars, and I'll be honest, I left the tires on the car and straight up just painted right there. Never got paint on my car, but you get paint on the disc, on the brakes, and on the rotors and stuff, and to be honest, it doesn't really look as good as it could. So now that I'm older, grown up, and recently married, I am going to take better care of this and do a lot better job at this. So I just used, now that's my first time doing this, so I mean actually cleaning the rims like this. I don't know what people typically use, but I'm using Windex. I figured Windex didn't have much oil in it, as like other household cleaners might, and I don't think the paint would stick very good to the oil, so I chose Windex because it dries pretty quick, and it can still clean up and do a pretty good job. So that's what I decided to use because that's what I had. I'm almost starting to wonder if these rims were painted before I got them, because on this tire over here I actually have some black paint from here. So I wonder if before I bought it from the dealership, if they wanted to clean that up. Shit, would have saved me a bunch of work, but that's alright, I can do this myself now. Alright, so I got the first 3 tires done. So I'm going to give them a second to dry, just make sure they're dry, and then I'm going to start applying the first coat of paint. And again, I did go black. God, what else? I didn't have much to put down. I didn't want paint going on my driveway, so I just had this spare piece of plywood that's happens to fit 3 of the 4 tires. So I mean, maybe I'll go with the 3 black and the 1 stock tire. You know, try to be alternative and really show the millennials who's edgy and tougher. It's definitely gonna be me. So no, but I'll do all black because it looks a lot better for sure. Full disclosure, my wife's grandma is here from Europe, and she noticed that I was outside working, so she started making food for me inside, which is like pretty amazing. She's an awesome person, awesome grandma, and I'm definitely glad to have, or to be part of their family now. But just really awesome having her in America, and she's enjoying her time too. So that's really cool. That's kind of what's going on right now in the house, making some good European food. So rock on. If you have your choice, marry a European chick. Not saying they all know how to cook, but their grandparents or their parents do. So, yeah, these actually feel pretty dry already. Again, I would definitely choose Windex. I'll let you know how it, you know, you'll see how it looks at the end if the Windex was the best option, but I think it was. So I'm gonna start spraying these down. I guess, you know, to be honest, I'm not going to put any index cards around this. The black's really not going to show up on the tires, so, and with winter coming up, it's gonna go away anyways. So I'm not really too worried about that. Actually, really liking the way that this is going on right now. One thing you want to keep in mind is don't stay in one spot too long, because it will get clumpy. So you want to make sure you do this even, nice and even. On my past vehicles, I've done it kind of quick, just because I'm a very anxious person and want to get things done quick, and you know, it doesn't come out with the best result. So again, I'm going to take my time a little bit on this one and try to, you know, not overcoat some areas. Today does just happen to be a little bit windy. You typically want to do this in an environment that's at least windy as possible, but it's not too windy, so we're making it work out here in the good old upstate New York rather. Another good side of you know, really taking the tires off is you don't paint over your lug nuts. So that's another thing I was doing before, and with those cars I didn't have caps over the lug nuts, so it looked terrible, especially when you have to do work on the car and you take them off and stuff. So you know, I'll tell you, you can definitely do this quick, but it won't turn out as good as you'd like it to. So that's kind of up to you if you want to really take your time. Now, I purchased, I got 1 bottle per tire. I figured I might still have a little bit extra on each bottle after the tire, but it's always good to have a little bit extra for touch-ups if you need to. Not to mention just having an extra bottle laying around the house for future. You know, if you do have work on your car and they ding them up a little bit, you can just patch over it real quick if you want. But so as you can see, I'm pretty strong. So with being strong, I'm able to turn these tires around, which helps a lot. So if you are strong, awesome. But if you're not strong, definitely have a friend over who is strong. We all have a strong friend. I just happen to be the strong friend among my friends. So it's just, I mean, I got lucky with it for sure, but it's definitely good to have. This is actually already drying a little bit, and I gotta say, I fucking hate it. I should have went with blue. No, I'm just kidding. It actually looks really good. It's laying on nice and even. It actually looks like a brand new rim, which I can appreciate. So I've never really taken care of my cars that much in the past. I mean, I have, but now that I'm older, I want to take care of this stuff. I want to actually pay it off, so I don't have to have a monthly payment. That always helps. So yeah, I'm definitely happy the way this is turning out. I will have to, I will probably let it dry a little bit and then come back to it to patch it up, just because I know there's going to be probably a few areas that I need to get, especially when you get your tires balanced. Well, for one, don't do what I did and get your tires balanced. Get your tires balanced before you do this job, because they're going to put new weights on your tires and they're going to put them in a different spot, and it'll mess up your whole job and your life will be over. So definitely don't do what I just did, for sure. So I got about a quarter of this bottle left, or maybe actually a little bit more. So I'm going to move on to the next tire and let that one dry. Oh, you look so good. You are beautiful. I think I'm going to call this whole segment "Don't Do What Nick Does," because the only reason that I'm a master at doing this now is because I fucked it up and was lazy on it before. So I'm going to call it "Don't Do What Nick Does." But you know, to be honest, every video isn't going to be me painting my tires. It might be me just eating a sandwich. So if I'm just eating a sandwich, you know, you get it, okay? You get it. All right. So yeah, if I have a sandwich and I cut it in squares, don't cut it in squares. Do you understand what I'm saying? This coat is actually going on pretty nice as well. I actually like the way this is coming out. I've been kind of waiting for a couple weeks to do this, so I've been busy getting married and working and school, going back to school. Another part of my adulthood. I'm not saying I'm better than going back to school. What I will say, if there's something that you're passionate about that you want to do in life, and you have to go to school to get there, you should definitely go back to school. Because we ain't getting any younger. I swear to God, I went to bed last night and I was 16. I woke up today and I'm 27 and I'm painting my rims in my driveway of the house I own. So, we got a little bit of both. But definitely do what you love. Definitely do what you love. Don't make excuses about it. Just do it. Do what you want to do, because you get one life. So make it awesome. Make it fucking awesome. That's my lecture for today. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just that I cleaned these for the reason that the coat is going on so well and it's sticking. But I'm definitely glad that I washed them. They look a lot better. And folks, I'm still in the same bottle. So I'm not like sponsored by this brand, but Plasti-dip, I've had pretty good luck with it. In all fairness, the more of this shit you put on one tire, the harder it is going to be to take it off. So if you're just spraying light coats, I'll probably go back over these lightly, but if you just put like kind of a light coat on, medium to light coat on, it'll be easier to take off. If you cake it on like I did in my last car, it's not as easy as they say it is. You can buy all the product in the world, you can buy their product to take it off. It's not going to be easy. They kind of promote that you can spray it off at the end, but not if you put it on heavy. So be cautious of that. So I'm going to do tire numero 3. Now this is awesome because I do have a little bit of rust because I do live in New York. There is a little bit of rust on here, not too much. So this is actually going to cover that up and make it one fluid color, which is nice. It's going to make them look new, which is the goal. You know, we're not trying to spend a shit ton of money on new shit. We're trying to paint over the old shit and make it look new. Make a t-shirt and write that on it. Blow the minds of the millennials. Alright. Now that I got this method down of how I want this done, it makes this, it actually does make the process go a little bit faster, and you can still have the quality spray without taking a ton of time. So, it is nice. Now, the only thing, if I was really going above and beyond, I would have put something behind here that would prevent from the wheel wells, like inside the wheels, getting painted, but I didn't. I don't think you're gonna be able to notice it too much anyway, so I'm not really concerned about it. But if you are concerned about it, you know, definitely put something behind the tire so that only the area you want to spray is getting sprayed. So again, another classic, you know, don't do it if it does. Because I'm not always, I may look like I know what I'm doing, but that doesn't mean I do know what to do. So, I think I did go, which it's always good to buy more, and you can go back and get. It's always good to buy more, so you can always go back and get some. So I did buy 4 bottles, like I said. I hit all tires with 1. Not saying I'll probably use 1 more, but I will have a lot of extra. So we'll see what else I can paint. I'm gonna Maybe I'll paint myself in Plasti-dip, you know? Next video, maybe? Where I just spray myself in Plasti-dip. And then I call, like, the poison control people or whatever. I'm like, hey, I got poisoned by Plasti-dip. And they're gonna know immediately that I sprayed myself with it. Bad idea. Alright. So there's like a little edge around the rim that's still like a rusted color. So I'm just gonna hit that a few times just to cover up that rust. We're trying to make these bad boys look new. So yeah, that looks a lot better. Guess I kind of missed a little bit on this one. By the way, if you're wondering, Nick, do you even work? Do you have a job? You know, what do you do? I told you I'm in school, right? I went to school today. I learned a little bit. And now I'm home. And I'm enjoying my time off. You know, because I don't like studying during the day. So I get to do my stuff during the day, and I can study at night. And I'm still getting knowledge. So I'm dropping knowledge. So one bottle was able to do just about 2 strong coats under the tires. So maybe 3 would have been good. Alright, so I'm gonna let these guys dry, and then I'm gonna do this third one, and we'll see where we are after that. And if I gotta do some touch-ups, I will. If I don't need to, then 100% I won't, because I'm lazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna clean this guy off. This one's actually the most dirty. Another thing I actually have to do today, which I'll do before putting the tires on, is a few months ago I put new front calipers and brake pads, and for some reason I couldn't get the anti-shake clips or the vibration clips. I could only get them into one of the new calipers with the new brakes. Literally tried for like an hour and a half, would not go in. So anyways, I ended up just putting the clips on one side, and it was fine for a while. But once the brake pads worked themselves into the caliper and kind of carved out a way so that it could be more fluid, they started moving. So now when I'm backing up or I'm first starting my truck up and I'm backing up, and once I press the brake, you can hear it get pushed and hit the side of the rotor. So now now that I have the tires off, I'm going to put a new clip in there in that one side to stop that, because I hate that noise. I hate any noises in my truck. So that's why I bought a nice radio for it, so I can always have the music on. So when I hear shit like that, I'm like, damn it, I gotta fix something. So that's what I'm doing. All right, so we're gonna paint this last rim. Sorry about my hair. Kind of having a bad hair day. They got her all back flowing. Nice. Oh yeah. Whoever invented this stuff is it's kind of smart. I mean, for sure, if you want to do this professionally, just go get it done, you know? Spend the money. But if you don't have the money, this is a good backup. And as long as someone is 127.5 yards away, they're gonna look good. So just make sure you don't drive close to people. You know, stay far away. That way this truck looks the best, or these rims look the best. These fumes are very strong, so you know it's up to you. Wear a mask if you want. This doesn't taste good. I'm gonna turn this one around. Again, being strong helps with this part. So, you can hire me as a strong man if you'd like. All you gotta do is buy me a 6-pack, and I'll come help you turn these tires around. So it's like a special I'm running. So take advantage of it. Link in description. Alright, so now I'm just doing the outsides. One thing I forgot in the first one, so I had to go back. Make sure to stay far enough away so this stuff isn't getting glooped, you know, all clumpy, because it will start running and it won't look good. Man, there's so much detail. Believe me, I pay attention to detail. I just tend to walk away from it. I know it's there. I just choose to ignore it. Well, this one looks pretty tight. So I'm just gonna brush a nice little, just a light gloss over the rest of these, just to get any areas that I maybe missed. All in all, these are actually looking pretty good. I do have the black that's showing up around the rim, but in all honesty, it has that look as if you just got your tires shined. So if anything, you're killing 2 birds. Total of 4 tires. So you're killing 2 birds with 4 tires, is what that is. So you're welcome. All right, one more for good luck. The wind's really picking up here. All right. Also, full disclosure, I don't recommend painting your rims in a hurricane or a tornado or a cyclone or any other tropical storm. Definitely not recommended. I've never tried it, but that's because somebody else said I don't recommend it, and that's why I started a YouTube channel. So I really appreciate you guys watching this anyways, and if you are, you're getting a free Snickers bar, so link in description. So this is kind of what they look like so far. What if this will let me flip the camera around? Nope. So I guess I can't flip this around, but I'm gonna kind of show you like this. So this is kind of what they look like. Pretty good. To be honest, I was gonna buy a set of rims that were already black, just for the hell of it, that were on like Craigslist or whatever. And I think it was like 250 bucks, which isn't a bad deal. But when you can get them, when you can pay like $25 for paint and do it yourself and still be satisfied, I think you're doing pretty good. Look at this thing. My truck is just in the air, like it just doesn't care. You definitely want to stay hydrated as well. Good thing to do. So I'm gonna let these dry, and then I have to remember. Yeah. Just had to remember what side the non-brake clip is on. I suppose I can just look. You can just look. But I had my truck the other way when I did my brakes. So I'm gonna do, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my brakes right now. And while that's drying, and then when these are done, I'm gonna put the tires back on, and I'll come back. I'll have a part 2. That way you guys can see the way it looks on the truck. I just washed my truck the other day, kind of, so that's pretty cool. Oh, and one last thing. I got the Ford logo on the back of my truck was bad. It was kind of, I guess you could say delaminating or whatever, but the color, the blue color, was like super faded, and it wasn't looking good. So I got a new Ford logo, and man, she is purty. So super excited about that. I'm a Ford Ranger advocate. Not a big fan of the ones that are coming out, mostly because I can't afford them though. So I'll be back part 2. I'll show you guys what the rest of the truck looks like when it's all finished, and we'll see you soon.